lesson is on inverse operations. Inverse operations means opposite operations. The opposites of each other are division and multiplication. Addition and subtraction. So you use inverse operations to solve problems. You're finding the answers to a variable. For example, to solve for x in x plus 3 equals 5, you would subtract x from both sides, because the opposite of addition is subtraction. This makes the 3 go away, and your goal is to isolate the x, which it is now isolated. So the answer is x equals 2, but then you need to do a check and see if that is true. Well, we find out that that is the correct solution. Now if you have x minus 2 equals negative 6, you could do keep, change, and you'd have a negative 2, and the opposite of a negative 2 is a positive 2. So now the 2's go away, which we want, and our x is equal to the rules of a negative and positive. Subtract and keep the sign of the larger, and you have negative 4. We'll go ahead and check that. Negative 4 minus 2 equals negative 6. Do keep, change, and you'll have two negatives that you will add and keep the negative sign. Now another problem that you're probably going to solve is like 3x equals negative 2. 3x means 3 times x. So you're going to divide out the 3. This may not look as pretty as the rest because you have a rational number. However, it works. So in your check, you'll see that it works. Now remember that you put a 1 underneath the 3. Any whole number is also a rational number. And see if this is equal to negative 2. Well, I can cross cancel the 3's, so this is equal to negative 2. The last one is division. We're going to have 2 examples of that. So x divided by 5 equals 2. You're going to multiply out the 5. It'll cross cancel out over here, and it will become 10 over here. So x is equal to 10. When you check it, 10 divided by 5, is that equal to 2? Yes, it is. It is important to show every step because you're learning the properties of equality with these inverse operations. The last one people find tricky, but it's not really. So you have 4/5 x equals 20. You simply flip the 4/5 and you get 5/4. You do that on both sides, goes away here, and over here your x is going to be 25. No, excuse me, 25. So when you go to check it, 4/5 times 25, we want to see if that's equal to 20. Well, it is, because we cross cancel. 5 goes into 25 5 times. 4 times 5 is 20, and 20 is equal to 20. So what we just did is called the multiplicative inverse. You're going to have to remember this terminology. What it means is that if you have a fraction and you flip it, the product of those two numbers will equal 1. So if you have something like a -3, remember that -3 is over 1. You're going to flip it and you'll have -1 over 3. If you multiply the two together, you will end up with a +1. Negative times negative is a positive. And so you have 3 over 3, which is equal to 1. That is your multiplicative inverse. This is a very important concept that you're learning right now, and so make sure that you show all steps. The end.